Good evening, people.
What's up, everybody? Tonight's story, we're gonna break into it
You need to find out how are people doing this.
because,
It's been.
okay, yeah, we gonna do that. I'm sorry, I apologize. It's been a long day.
You didn't even care how y'all doing.
How's everybody doing? Wait for our listeners. Wait for our viewers.
Yeah.
How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? How's everybody? Tonight we're gonna have a very special guest. That's why you see the camera already set up. We're gonna wait for the guest to come, but until then, we're gonna open the story with something I think we all would like to. The Kyrie Irving story.
A lot of people ain't concerned about it.
I know. I think we should be though, and a lot of people say to me, "Why, Rand? Why we should be so concerned with the Kyrie Irving story?"
First, tell them what the story is.
First is the thing. Kyrie Irving is in scrutiny right now. He's being put on some type of shame platform because he put up a picture on Twitter about a movie called Hebrews to Negroes. And I guess the Jews found that offensive. I'm not going to say it didn't offend anyone because I'm not sure, but I'm just saying I don't see the offense. It's a movie. Maybe it's not a movie that everybody may want to watch or get a hold of. I'm not sure. I don't know. Can't say. But I know that it's causing a lot of controversy. I can't say. It's causing a lot of controversy. I want to know what the controversy is.
I know which way to go.
What is the controversy? Why are we having so much controversy? Why are we losing our webcam so bad?
That's her. She coming up.
We keep losing our webcam. But we're going to get it back. We're preparing for our guests. Webcam went out again. You'll just have to plug it up. And we'll be right on with you. But like I said, he's non-apologetic. And I'm live. He's non-apologetic. I don't see where he has to really apologize for something. I don't know what he did that was so bad other than put up a picture. You know, in this day and times, people get so offensive about a lot of things. I haven't yet heard a remark. They want an apology. He's not giving an apology. I wouldn't give an apology either. I first have to know what I did wrong in order to apologize for it. But I guess everybody will get the opportunity to speak on it. It'll become what it is when it is. No, go back. Go back because I got to set up so that they can see her.
Oh, okay.
You have to unplug the camera and plug it back. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, I notice you can see our guest tonight. I want to thank the young lady for returning, for giving us a part two. We're going to jump right into it. This young lady is amazing. I think you are very brave, and I want to thank you for giving us a part two to the part one. Please introduce yourself.
Hello, Kendra.
Kendra is your name.
Oh, last name too?
No, don't give your last name.
I'm actually on Facebook, just so I can't.
If you want to give your Facebook page, you can go ahead. You can give your Facebook.
Oh, it's Kendra Monsanto, but I'm on Facebook, Joe. I can't even go live right now.
You can follow us live if you like.
I can follow you live, right?
Yeah, so all you gotta do is go to our page. You can
Even though I'm in Facebook, Joe?
Mm-hmm. You can follow us through us.
But it won't tag my page.
No. You can only just follow us.
But they'll write you messages that you can see also
Right.
on your phone.
Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna zoom in on it, and then I can't tag it until 2 days.
Okay.
Then I can just do it.
Also like to give a shout out to Stephanie for her birthday, so I wasn't able to be there due to studio time and
Oh, I only think we
dealing with children.
something's wrong.
I was unable to be there.
We having technical difficulties. No Hold on, we might have to change cameras. Hold on. We're not showing live. We're not live.
No, I don't see you. No.
No, we're not live. We're gonna have to X out. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have to come back. Okay.
So we're gonna X out the whole thing.
Okay,
Shut it down?
she just came in. Hold on. No. That's you. That's you.
I,
You gotta X out.
that's what I just asked you.
Oh, my girl took me cold sky. You got X out some.
We should be back.
We live now. Now we live. Ladies and gentlemen, we're sorry for the technical difficulty that we're having right now. But as you can see, we're back. Like I said before, we are back with part 2 with Kendra. First of all, we want to thank Kendra for coming with us and joining with us live. Miss Kendra, how are you today? How are you this evening?
I refreshed. I just woke up.
Just woke up.
Yeah. I was sleeping.
Definitely thank God for that.
Amen.
I ate a sandwich and fell asleep.
Ate a sandwich and fell asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when we left off before, you were at a certain age. You had just coming out of prison.
Mm-hmm.
Can we pick up the story from there,
Yeah.
please, if you don't mind? You can tweet your fans. It's okay. It's definitely all right. Just turn your phone down so we don't get the feedback.
It's not letting me.
Not letting you in?
It's not letting me share the live because I'm Facebook jail. So even when I messenger it, your thing, it's not letting me do
I'll fix it later.
it. You'll fix it so that my
Yeah, I'll try to fix it for you later.
Alright. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's
interruption.
okay.
Go ahead.
It's okay. It's to be a situation. It's all right. This
I
is
look
your
better than
time.
the last time. The lighting is better. My friend, she told me, she was like, "You look so greasy."
No, then you look fine. You look fine. But like I said, there's a lot of people who have been anticipating the part 2, and I thought it was time, and I appreciate you coming. So, like I said, let's pick up from where you left off.
Well, first, before I finish, I just wanted to say that
Mhm.
it was a stage fright for not finishing. It was I don't get along with some people.
Mhm.
So after I was vulnerable, actually on your show, a situation happened,
Mhm.
which you were already aware of it.
Yes.
Like literally 48 hours later, it was like, damn.
Yeah.
So, and I'm like, okay, I also have family because I was, seeing things. So I didn't know if they were comfortable with me putting our
Business.
business out there or my mom business out
So
there.
they was the ones who.
Nah, my brother, I don't speak to my family like that, but my brother, he had actually be rapping. He had made a song about something, and I had heard it like 3 days ago. And I was like, oh. So I can say what I want to say too. He didn't say nothing about me, but he did this like 2 of my sisters. So I was like, okay.
That's good.
So you feel free.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything's.
Yeah, you gotta we gotta make sure.
For her to be able to express herself.
Yeah, she gotta be able to express herself. So like I said, you can continue, pick up where you left off. Do you remember where you left off?
I mean, it's not hard to just talk about stuff. It's not a lie. You don't forget you can always remember the truth. You only forget a lot. So I guess whatever part that I mean, the last thing I think I stated was when I had went to jail as an adult.
Yes.
Which adult was it? 18 or my last time?
Your last time.
Oh, that's the Bedford Hills. I mean, the Bedford and Albion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so in there it was like very racist.
So what year was this?
Okay, so oh boy, I'm 38 now. I'm lying about my age so much.
She forget herself probably.
You know, I'll be telling you I'm 27 sometimes. Okay, so I'm 38, but I got locked up like at 27, 28. I had fought my case for like 6 years. I get sentenced 6 years later. I had a good lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
I get sentenced. I give birth to my daughter Angel.
Mm-hmm.
And 4 months later, I had to go to prison.
Wow.
So my cousin, she gets, my daughter for me.
Mm-hmm.
And, because of the mental illness background,
Mm-hmm.
they were saying, like, you couldn't take your daughter home.
Right.
Because, okay, so when my mother had passed away, I tried to kill myself. It was so much anger, and I just wanted to, like, die to talk to her. Because in my mind, I'm like, I'm coming back. So I'm literally trying to jump off the roof.
So is this before or after you had your daughter?
No, this was before I was even pregnant.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, I was so mad. I feel like I was cheated. I felt like, okay, I'm 30. I haven't sat at your table since 13. Now we can finally talk as adults. And I felt like I got cheated. Like I couldn't confront her as a woman. I couldn't tell her like everything that she had done to me. And I want her to like face me. And she ended up catching like a heart attack or whatever. She had passed away. And I just lost it. It was like, I want to jump off the roof. And I literally was dangling. And they had shot me with a taser gun and pulled me back off the roof. And 18 months later, I got pregnant. And because of that, they was like, I didn't see no psychologist while I was pregnant. And they was like, my daughter couldn't go home with me. And I'm like, what? So I had to find somebody to bring her home with me. And, see, I sabotaged myself because I should have told my daughter's father to come get her. But I'm thinking, I'm going to jail because I knew I had a court case.
Right.
So I'm thinking, he's going to take her, I'm not going to see her.
Okay.
So my cousin ended up taking her. She got so attached to my daughter. The court order stated she was to bring her to me, provided I wasn't that far, and that I was to continue that bond. And it was like Rikers Island, she brought her, no problem. When I went to Bedford and I got that 1 minute call before she was, because remember you have to pay for them calls. I can't call you like how it is in Rikers Island.
Right.
So if you don't put that money on there, I can't, retrieve no call.
Right.
So I got that 1 minute call, and it was, hello. I don't want to say her name because we have a court case.
Right.
Such and such. She know who she is. Hello, Satan.
This is in Bedford Hills, right?
Yeah, I called her. I'm like, can I see my daughter? She's like, she's sleeping. I'm like, you come and see me? She like, yeah. She never put the minutes on the phone after that call.
And how was counseling and things at Bedford Hills? Because I'm trying to get to when.
Oh, with counseling, you want to hear about that?
Counseling or any type of help?
Counseling in Bedford Hills. It was like, you're in jail.
Okay.
It's you got sleeping problems because you're in jail.
Okay. What about the mental state?
You're in jail. That was a motto. It was one black lady, I don't remember her name. She was real cool. She told me that she knew I had severe issues. She knew that prison wasn't for me. She knew that I needed severe, intense counseling. But she told me it was, in so many words, like it's too late. I left there at 33 years old. She's like, you didn't get that. Again, it's going to be difficult now at the age you are.
It's never too late to get help.
Because you know why? When you're molded in certain ways and you just set in a situation and you're stuck. Like when I was 13 and when I was 5 and when I was 10 and when I was 11, at that moment you could have told me yes, it wasn't Santa Claus, and that I don't care. Even if you saw your mother and father put a present on the tree, you can still manipulate that mind. In your 30s, it's like, man, you can't tell me nothing. You can tell me let go. You have to let go, meditate, and it doesn't work because I still find myself drifting to where I once was, and I'm not satisfied with anything. But I'm not bitter. But I'm always questionable about anything.
Right. Can I take you back for a minute?
Go ahead.
I want to take you back to the time you were on the roof. It's okay. Can we?
Go ahead.
The time that you were on the roof, what was actually going through your mind?
My exact words was, I was mad because my brother didn't go to my mother's funeral, and I was surrounded by my sisters that we did not get along. And when I went to the funeral, you know, like I said, I ain't speak to none of these people in years. I mean, like, they had barbecues, whatever. My kids was not invited to nothing. I never sat at their table. I never even knew their address. And they lived where they lived, but I never fucked with them. Excuse me, I never messed with them. But let's not get it twisted. I walked away from y'all. So y'all left it as, oh, you don't want to come back, then don't come back.
Right.
So don't say that, oh, you dismissed me. When I was of age, I dismissed you.
My thing was, even if
So listen, I don't even get a phone call. This is how we are. We don't even talk. I get a text message in my messenger. I didn't even know these people had Facebook. Who sends them somebody a message? Oh, I'm sorry to tell you, mommy died. Really?
Turn your phone down for me, please. I'm sorry. I like to hear myself too. But
So you like, oh, mommy died. Really?
my thing is,
Where do you go from there? So then I go to the house. Everybody's emotional. I'm just sitting there like, now I'm seeing my nieces and nephew, and they had this image of me. So that was like, auntie's crazy. She tried to kill my mother. Cause remember, I was fighting with my sister when I went to jail, and I told y'all that story.
Yes.
As a kid. So now I see my nephew, the same one that she lied about when my mother sent me to jail. So now this boy is 14, just as tall as me. Jaden, he's looking at me like, you ain't like me. I said, come here, I'm gonna talk to you. And my sister like, oh, this is not appropriate. You know, he greeting his grandmother, shut up. Cause y'all all about to get red in this house. But I want to talk to this boy right here. I said, Jaden, I ain't trying to kill you. I said, your mother's a liar. I said, I ain't get along with her. And we was fighting, and it was stuff that was going on home. And I said, I want you to understand that you wasn't even in her stomach. You know, I was 13, she was 12, I put a knife on her. When I came home, we still retaliated. We was fighting over a boy, and we was fighting over dumb stuff. I never put any pain towards you. I want you to understand that. So I don't know what your mother's telling you. And then I told my sister, tell that boy you lied. Tell that boy you sent me to jail for no reason. I said, tell the truth, yo. I said, Abby, stop lying. Tell the truth. She was like, yeah, I did lie. I said, wow, after all these years, you finally told the truth, but you couldn't tell the judge that because it's too late, because I already have a long record, longer than Rapunzel's hair. So it's like, thank you. I got a little smidge of closure, but it was enough for me to finally give that young man a hug. So it's like now he's 21 now. You know, so because it was sad. So okay, so what happened was I go home. Now I'm drinking, and now I'm saying to myself, I go to the funeral. I wasn't acknowledged as her daughter, but I was her daughter. The people was telling me to sit on the separate side of the family. I'm like, that's my mother. I'm sitting in the front row. You who? I'm Kendra Monsanto. Oh my God.
Wow.
You just. Middle yeah. Oh my God, I'm sorry. No, you ain't sorry. You ignorant by these two, Tweedledee and Tweedledum, which is Ebony and Taisha, which is the oldest and the youngest, that are jealous of me. So you guys are not. I'm not mad at you at all. So I told my sister, I said, yo, I ain't speak to you since I was 13 years old, and you're 40 something years old, and you still effing with me. Like, why are you jealous of me? And this is at a funeral. So it was like so many emotions, and then my dad's like, nah, it was not the time. What you mean, when is the right time? When is the time? Yo, wake up out that casket. Yo, wake up. Everybody sleep. I want somebody to wake up and tell me the freaking truth. It was like a movie. It was crazy. And then I go home, and that time I was dating a female, and I just remember she was like, you want some soda? I was like, nah, I want some liquor. And I got so drunk, I started hallucinating. And
was you on medication at this time?
Nah, I took my medicine when I was in. Anytime I took medication was when I was in the hospital, when I had them breakdowns. Right. As far as walking down the street, you never caught me on Zolo, Seroquel, Trazodone, Rimro.
None of the medications?
No, it blew me up. Like, it made me feel like I got so big and I'm already tall with broad shoulders, so it just made me feel like, so I never liked it that. I liked to be calm when I needed to be calm, and I felt like walking down the street, it was different. I didn't like that medicated.
You need to be yourself.
No, I didn't like that medicated, that tired look, because I would never get up. I got so drunk, and believe it or not, it was on a Sunday, because the funeral was that weekend. It was a long week, and I was drinking, and the gospel thing, I think it was that white guy. What's his name? That white guy.
How long ago was it?
He's still on TV.
Oh.
The white guy. Oh my God. Oh my God.
It'll be Osteen?
Yeah. Oh, Jeff Osteen.
That's what
Yeah.
I think his name
Jeff
is.
Osteen. So he's on TV, right?
Osteen.
He's groovy. I like it.
That's
So
all right.
Osteen is on TV,
Mm-hmm.
and he's talking about spirits and stuff. And I'm like, man, let me ask her this question. And I went upstairs on the roof of my building, and I tried to jump, and the police came, the ambulance came. They was like, this.
Second attempt, or this is still the first?
I tried to kill myself
Yes.
a lot of times.
Mm.
But this time it was actually like a. I seen a little bit of wings.
I gotta ask
That wind
you a
was
question.
definitely blowing.
I really gotta ask a question, because I do understand the part of the attempt of the suicide, but I'm not understanding why. I'm not understanding.
What my mama did?
No.
In general?
Why so many times? Like, you don't feel like your life is important?
I have a tendency that when I get mad, I don't like going to jail because I don't like people telling me what to do. So it's like, before I hurt you, let me just kill myself. Because I know I'm going to beat the crap out of you. I might catch a stroke and you're going to end up doing 25 life. So I was like, fuck it. If I'm going to go to hell, fuck it.
And this is the
I'll
same
take it.
continuous of the anger that you
Yeah,
spoke about.
and it's still like that to this day
Okay.
now. Sometimes I be scared to fight now because I be so angry that people don't deserve.
You know, if one day you decide, let's just say you decide, you don't come back from that, right?
I know.
And you won't have no regrets of
Or not in
I
the
feel like
instant.
if he let me do it, he called me and I did it myself and not nobody else did. I believe in suicide. I don't disagree with it. I believe like when that rapper got shot the other day.
Do you need a break?
No, I'm fine. I feel like when that rapper got shot the other day,
Yes.
like somebody else shot him. And everybody like, oh, it shouldn't. It's like, when God called, he called for you. So I personally, I believe in suicide. I feel like,
But suicide is not God calling for you.
but I feel like I don't want nobody to like, don't kill me, like don't shoot me, nah, don't do that. That's not fair. Cause I feel like,
Would you like help?
no, I'm not suicidal now. I'm fine. I'm fine. Do not try to. I'll cut the conversation right now.
No.
I'm fine.
No. I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about then. Did you?
When the feeling,
It was like, was you reaching? What I'm asking is, would you?
I tried it. I
it.
tried it 2 times in my apartment. The ambulance came. I tried to jump over my fire escape. It is, and it's not alcohol. It's sometimes you just be mad
Very much.
when you get these racing thoughts. Like, I live alone, so when I'm in my house, like sometimes I get angry. Like I'll be cooking, and I feel like everything that I do remind me of her. And I feel like the older I get, I look like her. Like, I could show you a picture of her right now if you want to see her.
That's all right.
Is that
And you're gonna
is
say,
that where most of your pain lies? It lies with your mom, or is it?
yeah,
just
because
other
it's
things in
weird
life?
because I was talking to my friend Marquita, and my mother said for years she said I wasn't her daughter. This her right here.
Damn, she
Do I favor her?
She
I don't look familiar.
Oh, my mother.
does.
How old are
I don't look
you?
familiar.
How you originally from the Bronx?
Mm-hmm.
How old are you?
54.
Oh wow, if she would have alive, she would have been 50, 59. They called her Stinky back in the day.
Sneaky. I don't know nobody named Stinky.
So, you want to see?
She from Brooklyn? Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't want the wrong stuff to pop up on my thing at the bottom. Oh,
No. I understand.
Jesus.
She does look familiar. What part of the Bronx?
She was everywhere.
That looked like Brooklyn. Where that was in Brooklyn? I don't know.
She looked like a young lady that I knew from
How old are you?
53 from Gun Hill Projects.
Nah, we ain't sharing no project.
No, just because they always held tournaments up in a certain area of the
She
project.
probably did. I couldn't really tell you, but I know she used to be on College Avenue. I know she used to roam through there. I used to live on Sheridan. I was born in Bronx, Lebanon.
Oh, okay.
She used to be in.
Where she
We
go
got
to- where
family
she
in
go to-
Co.
Oh, you don't know where she went to school?
I know we have family in Co-op City.
You don't know none of the high schools or anything she went to?
I ain't gonna embarrass her that bad.
No,
No,
I know. Simple no, be fine.
You are a brave.
No.
You are a brave.
Nah, but
brave
listen,
sister. You know that?
listen. It's certain questions that I won't be able to answer, and it's
That's
certain
right.
things that she just won't be able to tell me. And okay, this is why I really wanted to talk. This is why I really want to talk to you about.
Mhm.
So I'm talking to my friend Marquita. She had actually seen your podcast.
Mhm.
She was like, "Well, I watched it, girl, but I already knew your business because she lived in my mom building in Far Rockaway Bay Towers. She knew me since I was 17 years old. That lady loved the pieces out of me. Like she knew when I first fell in love, and she knew the days wasn't gonna be successful. We talked about everything. That was my heart. And I would tell her, I say, yo, you know, for years my mother, she had said that I wasn't her daughter. She said that I had got switched at birth. Now I'm a C-section baby, so she had the C-section that was like the one from the navel down. It wasn't the bikini cut. And I was born in Bronx Lebanon Hospital, July 17, 1984. If you look it up, it was a blackout. And this is a true story. My mother said it for years that I was switched. She said that her baby was, because all my brothers and sisters, they all got newborn baby pictures. I don't have no baby picture in my mother's house. She said it wasn't no camera in there, it was a blackout. There's no baby picture of me in that hospital. You know how they made them baby pictures?
Yeah.
Right.
Everybody got one but me. And she
That's
said
what
it-
The ones with the footprints or just
Yeah,
the
they
regular
come with the
photo?
footprints because usually took one
Yeah.
with the mother and the nurse back then.
I don't have one. I never had one. My mother said it was a blackout. And I just felt like
Did you resemble your brothers and sisters?
I got nicer hair than them.
Maybe you just took care of your hair better.
Nah, I got curly hair. I got like Spanish people like hair.
Will you be able to talk to them again? To have to sit down like you sit down with us and just have a conversation with them?
I mean, I act different from them, and I told you that already. And I spoke to my friend Marquita about that. I said I act different from the rest of them. I was treated different from the rest of them. They don't talk to me. They could be mad at everybody else and still reunite with each other, but when it came to me, it was always a problem. So, I actually even talked about it with my therapist in prison because I didn't like that lady said it for years, and it wasn't until when I went to Bedford Hills, and then I googled it too. I'm like, oh, she was never lying.
Did you have therapists and sponsors?
My
outside?
therapist in prison, she said, leave that alone. She said, because you're already destroyed, and if you find out that that wasn't your real family, it would just be like
More breakdown for
so
you.
much.
It was.
But you know, I look at my pictures, I'm like, do I fake her? Sometimes I say I look like her, then sometimes I say I don't. And you know, they say when you feed them and you be around them, you start looking like them. I'm like, I don't know. But when you look up July 17th, 1984, on a Tuesday in Bronx Lebanon Hospital, it was a blackout.
In the hospital or in the Bronx?
In the hospital.
Okay.
My thing is, at this point, you're a strong woman. You're a strong black woman, and you walk on your own too. Would that be important right now? Would it be that important to know? Is that something that
It ain't about
makes
it ain't
you
about
uneasy?
it ain't about being strong all the time. Sometimes it's like, why do I gotta go through unsuccessful? And the first thing I say is, oh, she's strong. She can handle that. She can handle that.
Sometimes just
I don't want
answers.
to. I don't want to handle anger. I want somebody to genuinely, like, really love me and not look for something. So
Damn, I felt that.
Pity.
You know, I felt that because I just said that to myself. Sometimes when you're angry, you ain't looking to hurt. You just need a hug.
you
know?
can't get a hug from people that, like,
Right.
the thing about it with me,
Right.
like, even over here where I live, I be looking for the angel and devils. These people, like, I would literally cook food out my house, and these people would still, like, try to bring me down and talk bad about me and say, you know, people saying like I was cooking food to try to get their man. No, I'm feeding you because you're hungry. I don't want your man. You know, it was always, people always felt like they was always intimidated with me when their man was around. Then it was, I don't like her because the way she dressed. I don't like her because the way she wore. And then people seen confidence in me that I didn't even see.
Maybe if they take the time to get to know you.
When once people get to know me, they like, oh, she's cool. They like, at first I thought she was a big bitch, like, because my face be looking rusty because I be thinking about stuff that don't have nothing to do with y'all. That's why I talk to people, because when I'm quiet, I be thinking my brain be going elsewhere. I drift a lot, and that's a problem. That's why I said with therapy, it's not going to help. The only thing that the medication does is it pushes you to sleep, which is just like alcohol. Once you wake up, that problem is still there. And it's like the moral that I'm trying to give on your show is, if you don't address these kids' issues at, I believe, between the ages of, I say terrible 2 till 10, it's over. And I don't care what Caucasian or Hispanic or African or whatever college degree therapists say. If you don't address it from terrible 2 to 10, at 11 years old, you're going to create a demon.
So you basically saying you should be able to identify it at a very early age.
I mean, yeah. You know, if they say terrible 2 because you gotta remember, and okay, this is what I see. When a child is 2 years old, they finally can talk. So every time you ignore me when I cry, I'm dwelling on it. You can take it for whatever you think. This is what I feel. I feel like when I'm a baby, I'm crying. I need you to feed me. I need you to change me because I can't wipe my booty. I can't tell you when I took a shit. And this is 2 years you ignore me. So now I can finally talk. So now I'm running around the house. Now I'm freaking the light on and off because I gotta figure out things on my own. Because you guys didn't, understand me when I couldn't digest a word or pronounce a word. You understand? So now you at that age where it's, if you notice, right? If you nurture and jump for that child from infant to 2 years old, that's a child that always is loving and caring and understanding, and they're really patient. When you don't listen to them and you got them lazy parents that just put the bottle in their mouth and walk away and go have intimacy and leave that baby crappy and poopy, when that child is like 2 years old, it's like, sit down and paddle, you want to bust them in their hand. Now you hitting me and I'm little and you look like a giant to me. So you understand, I'm getting older and I'm getting taller. It's like, this person keep hitting me. And for years you look like an ant. And it's like, oh, now I'm your age. Then your parents start saying,
your size, mostly.
Yeah, then your parents start saying, oh, you think because you tall now, like I won't kick your ass. It's like, no, so now I got to take it to the streets and do it to somebody else. But you started that. Some people become parents and they don't know how to actually parent and love and nurture that child.
Because the hospital don't give you a book when you go home.
You don't need no book. It's common sense.
I feel like so. I
feel like if you love yourself and you make your child with love, I'm not mean like it was just a condom break. I mean like it was love.
It'll come normal, you say.
It will come natural. It's baby, I'm tired. It's your turn. It's not gonna be, oh, he alright, man. He just want a bottle. No, you gotta pick him up. Dance him. If you treat your kid like that, they're gonna be peaceful and lovable.
Okay,
because
so
they're gonna
spoil your child.
I'm not saying spoil.
Well, that's what a lot of people call spoil.
That's what people say, spoil you because you answer to their need. That's not spoiling.
Well, yeah.
So let me ask you something. When you get old, right? You have kids, right? And let's say you in a nursing home. Ain't you gonna wish your daughter put a pamper on you?
Yes,
Instead of them nurses that's gonna leave you alone. Is that spoil you?
You right.
Some people left you shitty, crappy,
bed
bug, roast infested, and they just left you there for that. Yeah. But if you would have loved your daughter and did it when she was little, your karma would have came back to you when you got older.
That's true.
Because you're a child twice and you're an adult once. So don't treat me good when I'm old. You know what I'm saying? I need you. So I need you when I'm little, and I need you today I die. We need each other once we make each other. I made you, so I gotta love you.
And
I can't leave you for that.
I need you.
Yeah. And this is why we walk around crazy now. Because that lady that made me, I know she felt like I wasn't hers. You can tell the way she treated the rest of them.
Okay.
And I don't want no lawsuit from the hospital. I don't want to be compensated. I'm just effed up forever, and I'm just content with that.
That moment just now, you made me realize how important it is to be a parent.
Yeah.
I'm a father of a 2-year-old and a father of a 6-year-old. And that moment, that's why I was so quiet. I got so emotional. My heart got extremely heavy because at that moment, I want to say I'm hope as a parent, I'm not doing these things. I'm hoping that I'm more focused than I should be.
But it ain't your. If you didn't know, you didn't know. But
That's what I'm saying. You just taught me something. You just taught me
Well, I hope
something
I
about
did, because
myself.
people don't.
Amen.
Just like with Michael Jackson. I love Michael Jackson. And they was saying like he was a pedophile because the kids was in the bed with him.
Right.
He's loving. You know, when you go to grandma's house, you sleep in grandma's bed.
Amen.
So if I'm in Michael Jackson's house, I'm getting in the bed with him. Who's gonna leave him? When you, as a grown man, you follow him, you with somebody that you genuinely love. So when people show love, they look at it as, that's a weirdo. This person is crazy. He doesn't want to grow up. You build your family so you don't need friends. So if I made my daughter and my son, those are my friends because those are the ones that I'm going to trust.
Amen.
Those are the ones that I'm going to believe in. Those are the ones without a doubt that's going to tell me the truth because I'm going to tell them the truth. Those are the ones that I can say, Daddy, can you make me an egg sandwich because I don't feel like going to this thing. And they can say, Mommy, can you make me an egg sandwich because I don't want you to trust nobody else because the world is cruel. So if and it's not, once you make your kid, that's who you made. So it's like, can't nobody tell me about my child. I made that. It's like, what? He said what? She said what?
I'm very proud to be a dad too. So I know exactly. I am.
A lot of people don't know their kids, and then this is why their kids is running around crazy, mad, robbing. But then they know how to wear a mask when they come home. Like, Mommy, I ain't do that. They done killed somebody. You know, or a mother know that they child done did it, and then they covering it up.
And these kids are wild. They are running.
They not living like how we
Yeah.
passed. I mean, I made 38, and it was hard back then too, but I made it. So it's like now when I see it now, it's like these kids ain't making it past 12. They just called that guy that
This also covers mental health.
Mental health don't understand mental health because even a therapist needs a therapist after talking about certain
Damn,
things.
didn't we just have that
We say that before.
all the time?
Who
does a therapist talk to? Right.
When they need help.
Right.
When your brain is constantly moving around, you're like, oh, I need somebody to talk to. And then there's HIPAA laws and then there's contracts and it's like, oh, I can't tell my husband that I just spoke to this girl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm listening.
And then it's like, she what she does? She goes to the bar. Like, I forgot it. I was reading on something when I was in prison. Because that's all you can do is read. Reading is fundamental in jail because there's nothing else to do but to read. You would definitely read. And it was I believe it was a poet or a psychologist that was dating his sister or something like that. He was psychotic, but he was also
helping people.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
And he was dating his own sibling.
But he's the one with the problem. I always said
He was
that
taking care of people with different problems.
because I never understood how a human can help another human with the same problem that you go through just because you don't have it at that magnitude. We all go through the same thing. We all go through the same thing.
No, just like with that girl that killed herself, the model chick, she planned her death. I thought it was dope. She did her makeup, took a nice picture, and then jumped out the window. And you don't remember that?
Yes, I know.
The black girl. She was pretty.
Mm-hmm.
She was like mixed. She was like black and white or whatever, and she was pretty as hell, and from a loving family. But it was still stuff in her mind. But no, actually, it was kind of selfish because she had herself on a platform where she just felt like she was just so beautiful, and she felt like she wanted to stay looking like that.
Did they get into why she killed herself?
She felt like she didn't want to. I don't really. You can't believe what you read.
Yeah,
Only she know what goes through her mind.
That's why I was asking you at that moment that what was going through your mind.
When I was trying, in my mind, it was like, I want to talk to her real quick, and I want to come back.
Right. See, I see. That's what I'm seeing. You see why I asked you that earlier. Because I said to you, once it's done, there's no. See, I have that.
But when you're thinking that,
right?
When you thinking that, how you know I'm not coming back? How you not know that I'm gonna die and I'm gonna be still sitting in my house and you wouldn't even know it? Somebody done moved in there, but I'm still with the people. I'm just a ghost. It's, if you believe in spirits, it's stuff that still linger around you. As long as somebody talk about me, you gonna always feel my energy. Because to me, life is energy.
Right.
So when I talk about my mother, she be right next to me.
I'm listening.
I don't believe in that heaven and hell stuff. I don't believe in that fire and that darkness and that pit and stuff like that. I believe like your body drift and you go somewhere. I'm probably on Mars right now. I'm done with Earth. The next is Jupiter. I believe that every universe is a different thing. You can take it where you want to take
No,
it.
we talked about. He had an issue about what we believe. Also, we was talking
You believe
about
in heaven or
something.
hell?
I believe that within your own mind, that you can be within hell within yourself.
You live in hell right now because you feel pain.
That's what I say.
You feel pain.
Well, that's why I say within yourself.
cry,
It depends
you
on where
cry.
you at in your life.
You
I say
cry.
we in hell. When you pass away, you go to purgatory until you get judged to go to heaven.
I mean, when you read the Bible and they tell you that God, and I'm not an atheist, so I don't want people to take it the wrong way, because some people might hear this and say, oh, this is why she's going through what she's going through, because her spiritual. Man, this was happening before I even knew God existed, the abuse that I went through. So let's not get it twisted. So God was there my whole 38 years. So we're not going to say, oh, she don't believe because of this. Okay, they say God take care of fools and babies. God seen my father beat me. God seen them people rape me. God seen stuff happen to me, and nobody stopped it. Nobody stopped it. Nobody stopped it. Nobody. Nobody. Until it was done. So nobody stopped nothing that happened to me. So you can say whatever you want about me. So if you say God is a good God, then why would he watch a child get tortured and tormented? I'm just saying. Why would God put a baby in somebody's stomach and this woman say, I'm going to have an abortion? If God judged you from your heart, he gave you something that you prayed for, and then she turns around and decides to kill it? Okay, so then why God let me lose my kids? What, especially after I was getting hurt from since a child, and then some of my kids passed away. Why did that happen to me? And then the ones that still survive, why they not living with me? So you telling me God is a good God? I don't know what goes through God's mind. Then I say this too. Okay, I was up there in a place of happiness, and then I fell down from the sky. So I sinned up there because I'm considered a fallen angel, right? But then they say God knows what's going to happen to you before it happens. So he knew July 17, 1984, on a Tuesday, that it was going to be a blackout. He knew that lady did not love me because he knew from the heart. He knew what that lady thought in her mind. He didn't kill her then. He allowed her to do all this stuff to me. He allowed my father to do stuff to me. He allowed men do this stuff to me. He allowed prison to do this stuff to me. He allowed all this stuff to happen to me. And the only good thing that a person can tell me is, you're a survivor. Kiss my ass. Go ahead with that, man. I'm a survivor of what? So I did something bad in heaven? I don't recall. Because, I mean, like when they say, oh, it's a godly thing, I'm not a devil. Because my heart is so pure. Like, I'm a nice person. I'm a genuine person. If you need a hug, I'm going to give it to you. If you need $1, I'm going to give it to you. I got people that will beg me for something, I'll give it to them. And I'll be in my house like, damn, I just gave them my last. But it's alright. That's how I am. Like, it doesn't bother me. I don't mind feeding somebody because you're going to shit it out. I'm not going to run down on you on a plate of food because it's going to go right in that toilet bowl, in that water, in that sewer, and then it's going to get broken down, and then you're going to drink it in a glass of water. So why do I care about certain things?
Man, that's real right there.
It
That right there was real right there. She just broke that down.
Doesn't
You're
matter.
right. If I feed you, you're going to shit it out, hit the sewer, and you're going to end up drinking it again. Because you're right about that.
Exactly.
You're right.
So it's like why people have a tendency to hold on. I don't know. I look at things differently, but I don't want people to get things twisted. I do pray. I don't know if he hears me, but I do talk to somebody. But then when I talk to someone that I don't see, I look like I'm crazy because I'm talking to somebody. They be like, "Who you talking to?" Then you got people whipping out their phone. She's talking to something. Who she talking to? I'm talking to God. Now you ask God, you got me making a fool of me. People laughing at me. Now I'm coming to you because you say when I need you right now. I don't care if I'm in the supermarket. I'm $5 short from my grits and I don't have enough for a pack of bacon. God, they say you have to put that back. then you want me to believe. Then you start watching TV about these fantasies about, you know, oh, this and like with the movies and it's always happy endings. I don't get them happy endings. No. I can have a man tell me that he loved me and he's with somebody. You don't love her. I can have a friend say, "Kids, I love you, I care about you," and then when you get mad at me, you talk about me like a dog. So no, you don't love me. I never experienced true love. And I think that would be the only thing that would actually kill me. If someone actually like really love me. Like really show me love and I'm like,
would you be able to believe it?
I would have a heart attack because it'd be like, oh,
would
shit.
Would you be able to believe it?
Could you give it back?
I've given it for so long and I've been waiting for that comment. I never received it.
But I'm just saying, if you do, you're so overwhelmed, can you give it back? Because sometimes
I'm not a person that's phony. I'm a real person, so I'm not giving it back. I'm giving you what I've been giving you from the jump.
Amen.
I want to see it in return. I don't see it. Like I was talking to this guy that I'm talking to now, but it's not real love. It's winter and you need somewhere to rest your head. It's winter and you know I'm gonna cook. It's winter and you know the blank is blank. So that's all that is. Cause all summer long you wasn't sweating me. It was them drive-by visits. And now it's September. So now it's oh, I got your new TV, I bought a new bed, and now it's you don't love me. You just want me because it's winter. Yeah. And the woman that you are with, that you was sneaking with me, I'm not stupid. And then he's like, oh, you don't trust. I care about you. I know you know my birthday because you see certain stuff. There's nothing hidden in my damn house, God's studio. So you happen to come across me or see my New Year's State ID. And you just happen to remember. You don't love me. Because anybody that love me is not going to argue with me over dumb stuff. And why it's at this point I don't even want love. I just don't want no more headaches.
Do you still believe in it?
No, I gave that up like a long time ago. Love is not real. Everything is for a purpose. It's always an ulterior motive, and I don't care what you say. And I know that you're married. Or whatever, and that don't mean nothing. It's you married her, and yeah, I'm not even gonna be rude. I'm just gonna. I don't believe men. I don't like, and I don't believe men. I don't believe people at all. Because everything is an opportunity. Everything is. And I don't want to seem mean, but everything is an opportunist, and everything is not what it seems.
Have you experienced, let's say, varieties, like men from different walks of life, or?
I had working. I had broke. I even had handsome homeless. Nigga always on the train. I'm like, what's good? He was always clean, but he was homeless. And he was fine. And he would fall asleep on the train. And I actually got pregnant by this boy. And he was fine. And we were, and I used to always see him when I was, getting off the train from coming from my homegirl house. I was like, yo, you missed your stop. Always see you every day. And he was like, he housed the house. And I'm like, damn, what you done did bad?
Well, he probably suffered a lot of the things growing up that others have suffered. That
he was just he belonged in the street.
What made him belong in the street?
Damn.
When did he make that decision?
Damn.
Yeah, that's kind of harsh to say somebody belongs in the street.
I'm saying she said I'm
because
but we can't judge him like that.
We're gonna be honest, okay?
Okay. Go ahead.
You homeless, right?
Amen.
And you looking good to rob people in the street. You got a different outfit and you going in the store and you stealing people and you slinging whatever your family Jews on everybody. So you finally got a place to rest your head and you bring that to my house. You belong in the street. You in that, get out.
But that's now. What about history? How he was like 10, 15 years before.
He did it. Everywhere you go, you take yourself with you. And he told me he slept with his friend, with his homeboy girl before. He's nice looking. Don't get me wrong. He got that old genuine cheaper boy.
I'm trying to figure out how can a good-looking individual He has to be able to communicate because
He had that rhythm of the night look, you know. He was cute.
rhythm of the night look.
He had that chicken of bars look. It was like, oh my God, who this light skinned boy sleeping on the train? Pretty brown
Wait a
eyes. I'm
minute.
like,
So there had to have been a place where he made some mistakes. That's what I'm trying to find out. What was the history behind him becoming homeless?
he burned bridges everywhere he go. You don't come in my house and you sleep on a train, bro. You don't pay no rent. So don't tell me to buy another pair of sneakers. I'm not making a fashion statement. I'm comfortable. I don't know. My mother didn't buy me sneakers every time. She bought me sneakers when it was necessary. I wore that one pair of sneakers to either it broke or my feet grew. And there's certain days that just don't, you know. People like, my sneakers ain't bad. I can still wear them another month. Another 2 years. I don't care if it ain't name brand no more. These are sandals what I got on my feet. I don't buy expensive things. I buy what makes me happy. Now don't get me twisted. I do got some nice clothes, some nice heels, some nice pocketbooks. But you gotta understand, when you live a life that I live, when you in and out of jail, all that get thrown away. So it comes to a point where I done started all over numerous times. So I came to the point where I don't even want to buy nothing no more. I'm just living. So I took you in. Take a shower. I'm leaving you. I knew you was stealing, you know, because he was stealing stuff in the store, bringing me home nice stuff. He provided nice things, but then when I walked through my door, I didn't ask you to provide another female. Sweetheart, you gotta go and take them sheets with you. Are you serious? I know you like. I don't like what? Get the fuck out. Get out of here. Oh, somebody gonna die today. Y'all better get out. Oh, I'm a squatter. Squatter what?
Oh,
Cause you gave me 30 days of the D? Man, let me tell you something. I'm about to rip up your mail and chop you up into pieces. You can call the cops. Call the cops. I'm about to throw you out the window. Oh, he did not. Oh, he learned that day.
He learned that day.
It was Freddy Krueger versus Jason versus Dora the Explorer. Cause I beat her up like a kid. That's why I said she was Dora. Me and him was Freddy versus Jason, and then imagine Dora the Explorer jumping in. She trying to jump in. Where this homeless girl that got the D for like maybe half an hour come from, ready to die for you? You know this man? I told you, you know him? You know him? I beat her so brutally, she ran out the door.
She fighting for her clothes.
Now it's me and you, nigga. We getting that. He wasn't light skinned no more. He was kind of red. I had a couple of bumps and bruises, but yeah, we fought till we got tired. And then I opened the door. I said, now you gotta go, cause we both bruised up, and I'm tired, and I'm gonna take a bath, and you're not getting in the bed with me. Matter of fact, you can take the mattress and put it on the roof, nigga, cause you're not coming back in here. I was that real. Take it, put it on the roof. Don't knock on my door. You're not charging your phone. I helped you, and that's it. And I walked away from my apartment, cause I was just so mad. So when I say that, you know, I had them all. I slept with some of my mother's friends that watched me grow up. They watched me grow up. Like, I remember you when you was how old? And Facebook done brought so many people to me. Niggas said, I knew you was gonna look like that. How you know somebody was gonna look like that? Like, Jesus Christ. I mean, these are men your age. Because I'm 38. So I'm not being rude. But I'm saying, these are my mother's friends. They like, oh, your mother's still alive? Nah. Oh, if you ever need a shoulder, it's, man, block. So that's why I say, when you say, where's the love, where's the happiness, there's none. It's always something in return.
He said there's love out there for everybody, is what they said.
They also say there's a ribbon in the sky. Did you ever see a ribbon? You can't tie clouds, so nothing's gonna hang from the cloud, because anything in the sky falls.
There's gotta be shit beyond the sky, because the sky is no limit, so I can't see
But everything that's on top falls down.
pretty much.
Unless you have, because it's about gravity.
Yes.
A plane cannot stay in one spot, because eventually it's gonna fall down unless it has gas. So it has to move around.
Amen.
So at what? And then anything at the bottom, it can't. When it's pulled down so bad, it rises. A dead body could be at the bottom, but after a while, what it does?
Rises.
It rises, but it's still on level ground. So there's nothing up on the sky to receive anything. Am I making sense?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Shit. got me thinking, got me quiet for a little. I ain't never been this quiet. I have never been this quiet. I'm telling you.
And before this show is over, I just want people to know that I'm not suicidal.
Okay.
I'm not promoting suicide.
Right.
I'm not. I want to make that clear. I'm not. You know, because I don't want to make your show look bad. But my
been
opinion.
through some things.
No, because you know what? Well, see, I can't go on my Facebook, but I noticed like people watched it.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed, you know, people seen the first episode that I had did,
Mhm.
and some of my friends had called me on it.
You don't make us look bad.
I would never make nobody look. I'm just saying respectfully. I didn't want to, you know, because some people, I don't want people to hear that because I don't know who shares what and who's going to hear that in the wrong and get into the wrong hands.
Mhm.
My opinion on my view of life is my opinion,
Right.
and I'm not a professional therapist to say that. But I'm just saying from my perspective on how I feel on my life, I can say that everybody has taken from me. And when I mean taken, I mean they've taken my soul, they've taken my mind, they've taken my money, they've taken over my apartment, they have taken my everything from me. And the last thing I want anybody to take from me is my life. I'd rather take it myself. That's all I'm saying. I gave everybody everything. That's the only thing that I was saying. Because I don't want people to say that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to say, oh, when I leave here, I'm going to jump out the window. I'm fine. If every time I've tried it, it didn't succeed. And I've tried a couple of times. It didn't work.
It wasn't meant for you.
But I don't know. But see, that's the thing about it. If and when I do see God, I want to ask him, like, why you do me like that? Why? I mean, like, was I the chosen one? I doubt if I was Jesus. I can't walk on water. I definitely can't make wine, but it do taste good when I drink it. Like,
They said if you was here, there must be a purpose.
But when you seen the stuff that I've seen and you've done buried and had to
Maybe you
go
need to
through-
express maybe you're here for that, to express what you went to, maybe to help other
wants to
people.
go through that.
No, not saying wanting to, but you be able to help somebody. Maybe that's your purpose, to help others.
Nah, you know they say you know you're strong and that's way too much. I've been through way too much.
And still here. And
It
you still
scratches
here.
my head every day.
You are still here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They must be for a reason.
No matter how much you have been through, you are still here.
And mental illness is still here too.
Yes, it is.
At an all-time high.
And I don't think that people can actually fix mental illness. I feel like once it's there, it ain't going nowhere.
I said that. I said I don't think there is a cure. I think that the only cure is to recognize you have it.
Because let me tell you something. Even when you take medication, it also has other side effects.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I was taking my medication for depression, for anxiety, for PTSD, it told me its side effects is depression and suicide.
Mm-hmm.
So you giving somebody that's suicidal a pill that's going to cause them to be suicidal. Then you give me a pill that's going to mess with my kidney and my liver. It's going to mess with my vision. It's going to mess with my heart. It's going to mess with, I might become a diabetic. I'm also going to have weight increase.
And they don't even care.
So all you doing is medicating me and running up Medicaid. Like it defeats the purpose. You might as well let everybody walk around drunk and high. Because that's it.
They can't do that because they're not getting paid.
Yeah.
My question is this: because of that, do you think they use people with mental illness as guinea pigs?
Yeah, because you got them people that's in the pharmacy, they make a pill. In the laboratory, they make a pill. And then they say, all right, we're going to give it to 10 black kids, we're going to give it to 10 white, 10 Puerto Ricans, 10 Chinese, 10 this, and we're going to see how they act. With black people, it messes with our heart rate. It definitely does. It messes with us. We become diabetics. With the white kids, it messes with their hair. Their hair get really thin, because I've been around it. That's what I'm saying. I'm speaking from facts. It's not nothing that nobody told me. I've been in the psych ward. I was in the psych ward for 2 years. I was in Kingborough Psychiatric Center for 2 years. So you can't tell me about nothing. And I watched it. And that medicine made my hair fall out. it messed it up my situation with me having kids.
And what medication was that you
I was on Depakote, I was on Brimron, I was on Seroquel, I was on Abutrine. I did Abilify, I did Thorazine. I did the Halidor needle. The Halidor needle had me like, fuck you. I was knocked out.
I thought that's what the Thorazine does.
Nah, that Halidor, let me tell you something. I was arguing with one of the people in there. And she gave me a needle. She just poked me anywhere. She didn't care because I was standing up and I was just so angry. And I swear to God, I was like 1 minute later, I peed on myself. And then they had to monitor me. And when I woke up, I was...
And what's the name of that again?
Halidor.
Halidor.
Even there was a side effect, like my neck kept moving around, like I had like a spasm.
Oh yeah, spasm.
And then I had to take Cogensin for the side effect.
Damn, I know that.
And I was messed up. And as a result of that, you gotta understand, I had my son at 21, right?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't had my next daughter until 33. That's a 13-year gapage. So you mean to tell me all this time I'm basically blase mowing and I'm not getting pregnant? So you messed up my fertilization. And then check this out. You give me a C-section with my daughter. And then cross C-section. I can't pronounce that. It's an in-cross C-section. So that means like they cut my uterus, it's shaped like a cross. Talking about my daughter's head was too big. No, she wasn't. She was 7 pounds, 10.11 ounces. Whatever. Her head was not that big. So now check this out, right? This is what the doctors tell me. Oh, the next time you get pregnant, if you get pregnant, you're gonna miscarriage or you're gonna carry for 35 weeks. I've been losing since then. And then now, check this out, right?
And they still want to.
I go to my doctor, right? I'm lactating out of one of my boobs. So I'm like, am I pregnant? This one thing, pregnant. You going through early menopause at 38?
Wow.
At 38?
So that was what you said in the medication.
So I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to have no more kids.
This is for all the people who take medication too. Y'all really need to pay attention.
Yeah, so they like, you're going through early menopause. Your hormones is changing. November they gonna give me some pills to make my menstruation regular. I'm bleeding like, excuse me, I know your guy.
Okay.
I'm menstruating frequently, right? So this is what they're telling me.
Live has it's
Sorry.
It's okay.
It's information. It's not being grossed out. It's information. So they're telling me they're gonna give me a pill to make it regular, to help my ovulation so I can get pregnant. If I don't get pregnant by next year, it's before 40 is over, because it's gonna shut down soon. So now I'm at the wire, and I asked my doctor in like 3 months ago. I'm like, can I get the pill now? Why would you drag it till December to say you're gonna give me a pill? You gotta do these labs and tests. You don't want me to have any more kids, because once we're labeled mental, y'all don't want no more mental kids, and y'all messing without fertilization.
With the medication.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What was we talked about that too, about the abortion thing, the abortion.
They're
And
giving
the
us, they're
medication
making
that
our
cut it
stomachs,
down.
they're making our stomachs become accidental miscarriage, because the medicine is messing with your uterus. It makes it so weak that you can't carry, or you're not getting pregnant, or when you do your intimacy, it's sitting on top of your uterus, so you begin to insist in your ovary. Because it was going where it was going. I'm not getting details.
Yeah.
It was
And we
there.
understand. Just skip that
It was
part.
there,
Mm-hmm.
but it was going on top of my uterus.
Right.
It was never going inside. So I was end up getting assistance, and then I would get an assistance, and then it would explode, which that can kill you too, because you can bleed. You can internally bleed or bleed out, and then when you go in the hospital, you say I got pain in my stomach, right? And they like, oh, there's no UTI or whatever. And they doing these paps, and they like, oh, it's nothing wrong. Then they say, drink this thing. It's gonna turn you blue. And you're gonna go to the X-ray machine. You have to keep your eyes closed, keep your hand like this, and you go to the machine. But the side effects of that is cancer, because you're going through all that radiation, so they can look inside your body. So now you going in that, and this is what they doing to me. So I go in the machine. Oh, we see it. Your cyst exploded. But you don't need surgery. You just have to bleed out. So you're gonna be in pain. We're gonna give you some ibuprofen, which causes what? The same thing.
All medications got a side effect. That's why.
Ibuprofen causes you to have pain in your stomach. So you gonna give me ibuprofen after I had an cyst that exploded? Then you put me through this radiation to see what's in my stomach. And what you gonna tell me in 3 more years that I got cancer now, and that it wasn't the menopause, that it was lactating because you got breast cancer? You know, that's what they're gonna say. You know what I'm saying?
About thyroids.
Exactly, but I got big eyes, so I know I got thyroids.
Now, actually, that was going to be my next question too, because I know some women who have thyroids, and I didn't know how serious that was.
I mean, then you can't tell these are the big old eyes.
I can't tell anything about a woman because I'm learning from you, and I'm learning from the woman that I'm with.
She has big eyes, like big eyes.
No.
Then she don't have thyroids.
No, I'm learning women things.
You have a daughter now too?
I have 2.
Oh wow.
I have 2. So I'm listening. I've been very quiet tonight because you've been very educational tonight.
But everything that I'm saying is actual.
But that's what I'm saying. You're very, very educational tonight.
That's why people
You're very
listening.
articulate.
People listening.
Yeah,
a lot of them can learn
articulate.
something. A lot of them can learn.
You have
something.
definitely taught a lesson.
I mean,
tonight.
it's the truth, you know. And it's like when you have to be honest. You know, I'm just like I said. I'm not talking from what somebody told me. I'm talking based on my experience. Because you gotta remember, I went to jail at 13. I got medicated in juvenile prison, Tryon Juvenile Prison at 13. I went to Lansing at 13. I stayed in there until 18.
Mm-hmm.
So when you asked me, I forgot your name.
Tone.
So Mr. Tone, when you asked me,
Mr. Tone.
when you asked me about, you know, did I get the therapy, did I take the medication? Yeah. So you mean to tell me all that messes with my cycle is stress, is this, is that, and the third, it stops everything. So you have your kid at 21, and then 13 years later, you see the gap is?
Yes.
So within them years, you done took medication that little by little thinning your uterus. So now it's like
breaking down the walls. Okay.
The pregnancy only lasted with me for 8 weeks, if that. And as a woman, it feels bad because you want it.
I wonder if a lot of women have that problem but don't know they have it. They just believe
have it, but don't know what causes
Sometimes it could also be the man. If he's on psych medicine and he's not telling you, and his semen isn't strong, it can cause her to catch a miscarriage. Look that up. If your sperm is not strong enough, you can cause a woman to have a miscarriage.
Wow.
Yeah. Just look it up.
I am going to look. Listen, I told you you educational tonight.
If your sperm is not strong enough, you can cause her to have a miscarriage. Yeah.
The sperm is not strong enough to fully develop with the egg. Wow.
Yeah. So sometimes it don't necessarily be her, it be you. And then you gotta remember, you got 2 people with mental illnesses having babies. So you got weak sperm and a weak uterus.
So you got weak all the way around.
Yeah, then you walking around with pain. When you lose a baby, that hurts so bad. The pain that is, and I've been going through that a lot.
That is a lot to learn to take in. That, like when a woman goes to the gynecologists or whatever, and they lose the child, and they come home to their husband or boyfriend and explain, you know, we just lost the baby, and the first thing, I mean, I'm not to say the first thing, but the normal thing for the family is to think that, oh, well, something wrong with her. When she's just explaining, no, it could have been the male's organs or whatever, or sperm cells.
I don't know what to say because in
any of your relationships before marriage, did you ever had a girl lost a baby?
No.
And what about you? Well, then y'all old timers, y'all what, 50 something years old?
Yeah. But then again, I can't say that because I'm not sure. Because after what you're telling me,
Let me explain another thing too. It's something called silent miscarriages.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure.
It's something called silent miscarriages, where she could have been pregnant, and it could have lasted 2 weeks, and then all of a sudden her period come down, and she might have like a strong cramp, and it's a silent miscarriage, but she don't need to go to the hospital and get scraped out.
Right, because it came right out and it didn't.
No, it came early. Like, okay, let's say every month I'm supposed to get it on the 3rd. And I'm like, damn, it came on.
You on the air, you're important tonight.
Jesus Christ, that's the one I told you about. Squatters' rights. He be all right.
Go ahead, please.
And now I'm gonna drag out the show even longer because I'm not opening my door for nobody. So listen. So like she make and then.
Does he
And
watch
then-
the show?
He probably is.
Lord help him.
He all right. He's all right. He was with somebody. He's all right. So anyway.
Excuse me.
So anyway, she like okay. So she'll say, "Oh, my cycle changed." It was called a silent miscarriage. Yeah, it has happened.
Do they still? So they don't need to do a scraping or DNA?
No.
Only a woman would know about a silent miscarriage.
No,
right?
she doesn't even know. It's called a silent miscarriage. But you could tell that the cramp was not a normal cramp.
Right.
It's like,
Does she know she's pregnant?
listen, you got day 1, day 2, 3 days pregnant. Once me and you, okay, I'm not a scientist.
No, let's just go for the day.
Okay, let me explain it. Okay. A woman, if me and you get intimate tonight, and if you catch it when my eggs drop and I'm at that peak where I'm about to get pregnant, and now I'm ovulating, so it's like so now I'm first, so now we pew, so now it's there. In the morning, that's 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. You can be 1 day, 2 day, 3 days pregnant. Let me tell you why. You can go to the doctor and you can say, "Oh, my stomach hurt." She'll get a cramp in her stomach. It might not be that major. Okay, so she goes to the emergency room. They draw her blood. They'll say, "Oh, congratulations, you're 3 days pregnant." I am. You can't see it in the sonogram, but they'll say your hormone level is high. This is a true story. They'll say your hormone level is high. And the reason why I'm telling you that because that's how I found out about my daughter Angel. I was 3 days pregnant, so I knew who my baby father was. I knew who it was 3 days ago because you know how people like I don't know. Oh, I know it was him. So I don't need to go through that. So I was actually 3 days pregnant. So they told me I was 3 days pregnant. That's why I enjoyed her pregnancy because I knew from the jump. So when they told me I couldn't bring her home, that just hurt my heart so bad.
You don't realize you just taught me something right there.
You can be
3-4 day rule and all that, man.
You can be 3 days pregnant,
right.
and when you're 3 days pregnant,
oh man.
yeah. So within them 3 days, you have to be careful because you can mess up your pregnancy, or you can catch a miscarriage. That's why I say it's called a silent pregnancy because you don't know within them 3 days that you was pregnant.
You might don't see a purpose in all that you're doing, but I definitely can see a purpose in
but then you gotta
for you still being here.
This is her right here.
People can learn from your experiences.
This is her right here. When I had her.
She's beautiful.
Thank you. She's with my cousin. She doesn't want to. She doesn't want to give her back to me, and that's where you know she's attached to her. She's doing this baby modeling thing now. So this is how she looks now.
Oh wow.
Oh my God. She's beautiful.
Thank you.
We gonna have to wrap it up tonight. Unfortunately, I got to get home. But you were very educational tonight.
Thank you.
And I want to tell you something. I had a listener walk up to me, and the person that I had a conversation, and we were talking about your first time you were here. The person ended with, "You should try to make her part of your show." And listen to me out. And I said to her, "I think she's a little nervous. She has to get comfortable. Your vibe is totally different this time."
From the last time? From the last time? Well, I'm bipolar, so I don't know what personality I got.
She said said that before.
I said that.
So when I was better this time,
No, it's just I think you were more relaxed.
the last time.
No, I think this time you were more relaxed. I think the last time you were a little bit tense because you didn't know what the reaction was going to be,
What to expect?
what to expect.
No, it wasn't even about being relaxed or tense. I'm a talkative person, but I just felt like you called me when I woke up
Mm-hmm.
because I was sleeping and I disappointed you. And see, that's one thing I don't like to do is disappoint people because I should have came back.
Why did you say that? Why did you say that?
Because when you on your podcast and you saying, "Oh, I'm about this and I'm real and I'm this and you trying to genuinely help me, and then I gave you my word that I'm gonna come back and I'm literally in the next building and I don't come back."
But you
That's
did
kinda
come
nuts.
back.
Yeah, but I came back.
There's no
too
time.
late.
There's no time frame.
Nah,
There's
I look at it differently.
No. And when you came on, the first thing you said was, and I appreciate that you did, because you did go through something after being on.
Yeah.
Yes. So I think time was of essence,
Mhm.
and it was the right time for you to come back because yes, you did have to get over that, and I understand what went on after the first podcast. And I'm going to let the people know right here while I'm standing here. I think you was very remarkable in that situation. You did what you had to do, and you didn't dwell on it. So don't dwell on it. No, you didn't upset nobody here at this table.
But when you say you want me on your show, you want me to just talk about life general stuff? Like, what was your podcast?
Well, my thing is right now, with a lot of stuff going on mentally.
Next week, if you want to talk about, mental is definitely to be addressed.
Right.
And I guess violence in the streets can be addressed too. We can talk about that.
Violence in the streets.
You should talk about that next week.
Mm.
You know, a lot of us black brothers.
You ever
and
thought
sisters-
about having your own platform?
No,
Why?
because then
A lot of people will listen to you because you speak the truth and you're real.
I don't like. No,
You don't want to stand by yourself.
I got other deep issues,
Mm.
and I feel like.
Mm. We'll see. Ladies and gentlemen,
There's no changing no more.
you've been listening to Kendra. I think she was very, very remarkable tonight.
Very educational.
Very educational tonight. Very remarkable young
Definitely
lady.
appreciate you coming back.
Oh my goodness.
Look forward to having you again.
Look forward to
Talking
having
on
you
different
again.
issues
Yes.
that blend into the same thing.
Street violence, she said that she want to talk about next.
Yeah, and we gotta talk about Thanksgiving food.
We gonna talk about it all.
Who made the potato salad?
It would be our guest to have you back. I mean, it would be our play. I said my guest.
I take this off now.
Yeah, you fine.
Okay,
You
fine.
good.
Bye. Thanks so much.
Have a good day. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Kendra.
All right.
Oh, we about to wrap it up tonight. We had a very good night on the Randy Toro Show tonight. That was part 2 of the Kendra. If you missed part 1, you can definitely go back
Get more.
on our Facebook page and definitely check it out.
Come knock the
You want to turn
door.
the camera, or
Yeah, come here.
you want to turn the camera, or you want to just leave it the way it
We can keep talking.
is? Okay, I'm
You
just
ain't
saying.
watching?
Ladies and gentlemen, our Thursday nights are always with some type of surprise. And like I said, our guest was beautiful tonight. I want to make sure that we give her a round of applause. And when you watch, please be kind with your comments. Please be kind. You have definitely been listening to the Rand and Tone Show. On that note, we're going to wait for Tone DJ Clueless to get his exit music together. He's gonna be out. That was very educational. Right? That was very educational.
Learned a couple of things.
Yeah, that was very.
She clarified a couple of
A
things.
lot of things.
And she spoke her mind.
Yeah.
Y'all finished?
Love unconditional. No, we're not finished, Marley. We're wrapping it up now, buddy.
Behind the scenes, that's Marley
Yeah.
Burgers. We didn't
That's
get
the
no
only
shout
time
out
I
to
get a
pay no
shout out.
bills, but we
Linda, I don't get
still
no
hope
shout
that
out. No more
everything
Marley.
is
Ladies and
good.
gentlemen, when you get a chance, check out Marley Burgers, man. He's located on East 174th Street. He's telephone number 347-927-9697.
Opening up a new
347-927-9697.
Hold on.
You know how when you want to give somebody free promo and then you want to yell in the background instead of just getting on the mic and promoing themselves?
He was trying to say when he was going to be back out.
Well, he should grab the mic and he could
What's
come out
that
here
date
and tell
again,
us.
Marley?
What's the date, Marley?
I don't know. We're going in next week to see the spot in Harlem. It's going to be
Going to be
open
at a
in
new
Harlem.
location. Check with him next week. Give him a call. See what's going on. Keep updating. talk about getting your hair done at what's the hair place?
Oh, It Girl Hair, ladies and gentlemen, go to It Girl Hair. That show was so good. And Salsa Aztec Hardware, located at Mace Avenue. I don't know what to do tonight. That show was a little too deep. We'll program again later. It Girl Hair, Aztec, Marley, Prince with my boy Day Day, Sick Hearts with my boy Ra Ra, Irrelevant Shit, Gorilla 2K,
Fergie.
all that,
Baby.
Fergie, Mo Ferg, baby, waiting for you to get on the show, all that. We had an awesome night tonight. We want to thank everybody for coming through. Once again, it's the Randy Toe Show. We love you like you love us, and good night.
Peace and love always. And always remember to wash your hands. Shout out to Stephanie up in Connecticut. Hope you enjoyed your birthday. Sorry I wasn't there. Peace and love always.
Shout out to Steph for your birthday. It's your birthday, Steph. It's your birthday. Woo! Whenever you're ready, you can X out. Woo! That was a good one right there.
Y'all should have little midget dances dancing around.
It's the Randy in. Yo, look, he think he on camera, but I got him on YouTube. I got that on his look. And I'm putting that out too.
Which one we do again? View? Video, no.
No, it says view post.
View post.
View
Okay.
post. View post. I didn't see nobody really comment.
Maybe a lot of people just listening.
Now YouTube, have a good one, man. Thank you for joining us.